Hi, I'm in denial, and if anyone knows how to free a cock from a neighbour's letterbox, I'm all ears. I'm not asking for a friend. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the best assault guns in Battlefield 5. We'll take into account the damage, rounds per minute, capacity, recoil, reload speed, and the gun's ability to give you an erection. I'll also share what specializations I'm using for my playstyle. So without further ado, let's get on with it. But just quickly before we do get on with it, a huge thank you to all of my subscribers. We've hit the big 100. I really appreciate all of your support, and here's to many more videos. Seriously, if any of you need a liver one day, I'm here for you. Well, not really, I need my liver, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Gun number 1 is the Gewehr 43, with the 43 obviously representing the number of times you can masturbate in a day before you get calluses on your hands and the original creamy white substance becomes a rich shade of crimson. Historical accuracy. The Gewehr 43 is a 10 capacity increasing to 11 with the detachable mag specialization, semi-automatic rifle that deals 45 points of damage up to 25 meters, falling to 35.7 at 50, 33.33 at 100, and 31.2 at 120 meters plus. It has a relatively slow rate of fire at 299 rounds per minute, the same amount of times you can put the word moist in a 300-word eulogy and seemingly get away with it. Moist, 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 moist. I bet that grieving family were glad I turned up to brighten the mood. I'm in denial, putting the fun in funeral. Admittedly, the vertical recoil isn't great at 1.55 degrees, but this can be reduced to 1.24 degrees with the recoil buffer specialization. The horizontal recoil is non-existent, so yeah. For the specializations, I've gone for full left side, the stroke setup if you will. Wow, if hell exists, I'm going straight there. Quick aim to aim quickly, enhanced grips to enhance my grip, detachable mags to make my mags detachable, and the recoil buffer to buffer my recoil. Such useful content. Now, as Penis Parker once said, time. Personally, I much prefer the full auto weapons as they suit my playstyle best. However, the Gewehr 43 gets me a good halfway there with change, so let's call it 6.5 out of 10. Next up is the M1907 SF. And if you look carefully, it's just an anagram for M01S79F. That's text talk for moist girlfriend. An exclusive, never seen before Easter egg right there, brought to you by I'm in Denial, your #1 source for trustworthy and 100% real news. The M1907 SF is a 21 capacity assault rifle that deals 25 points of damage up to 10 meters, falling to 20 at 30 meters, 16.67 at 50, and 15 at 75 meters plus. It has a very decent rate of fire at 770 rounds per minute, but holster your cock for just one moment, my friend. Although this sounds all very delightful, the high RPM and the low capacity of the M1907 SF will leave you reaching for the reload button more often than the police reach for their sidearms in a black neighborhood.
He's out of line, but he's right.
The recoil isn't too bad at 0.82 degrees, reducing to 0.656 degrees with the recoil buffer specialization, and a horizontal recoil of 0.205 degrees either way. The reload time is slower than most similar assault rifles at 2.9 seconds or 3.55 seconds when completely out. I like to use this time to quickly send dick pics to the local community Facebook groups. It's a great way to meet new friends. For the specializations, I've gone 3 left and 1 right. I'm a run and gun type player, so being able to start shooting sooner after sprinting is a neat bonus. Better hipfire perks and a final aim speed boost with the lightened stock work well for me. I'm going to give the M1907 SF a chunky 8.5 out of 10 for the erectionometer. Very firm. It's fucking big.
Do you want me to show you my cock?
Third on the list is the STD-44, or STG-44 if you practice safe homicide. Remember kids, if your balls hurt or if you feel like the rivers of Hades are flowing through your urethra, go and tell your local priest and ask them to get tested, as well as any of your other sexual partners. I'm In Denial, your #1 public healthcare YouTube channel. The STG-44 is a 31 capacity assault rifle that deals 25 points of damage up to 10 meters, falling to 20 at 30 meters, 16.67 at 50 meters, and 15 at 75 meters plus. The rate of fire falls somewhere around the middle of the road, which funnily enough is a great place to meet women, or men, I'm not judging. You just wait for one you like to cross the road, hit them with your car, and then when they wake up and stop coughing up blood, you go to them and you say these exact words. Hi, I'm In Denial. Wanna fuck? Obviously replacing denial with your own name. Yeah, 599 rounds per minute. The vertical recoil isn't too bad at 0.67 degrees, reducing to 0.536 degrees with the recoil buffer specialization. The horizontal recoil is also pretty average at 0.21 degrees, reducing to 0.158 degrees with the ported barrel specialization. Reload times are pretty good at 2.4 seconds, increasing to 3.1 seconds when completely empty. And if you're looking for something to do in those 3.1 seconds, I recommend just double checking that the locks on your basement are secure. After all, you got her or him, I'm not judging, this far, why risk any silly games? As for the specializations, I've gone 1 right, 2 left, and 1 right. Again, this works well for me with this gun as a kind of mid-range run and gun type playstyle.
Time.
Pronounced shaft extension, 9 out of 10. Now's time for the Ribeyrolles 1918. Yes, I think that's how you say it. It likes long walks on the beach, eating in fancy restaurants, beautiful sunsets, and anal. Oh, and dogs, but mainly anal. The Ribeyrolles is a 25 capacity assault rifle that deals 25 points of damage up to 10 meters, falling to 20 at 30 meters, 16.67 at 50 meters, and 15 at 75 meters plus. It has the joint shittest rate of fire of all of the assault rifles at 539 rounds per minute. Which reminds me, on this day 539 days ago, I was the hero of my town. A little boy had been missing for 5 years and I was the one to find him, and in my basement of all places. Which leads me to a very important life lesson. If at first you don't succeed, give up and resort to a crime which you can later rectify and end up looking like the hero. On the flip side, the recoil is actually the best of all the assault rifles, with the vertical recoil sitting at 0.53 degrees and the horizontal recoil at 0.1 degrees either way. The reload speed is also the best of all the assault rifles at 1.95 seconds, or 3.07 seconds when completely empty. The completely empty reload time is actually the second quickest of the assault rifles, so I guess you can't have it all, you Ribeyrolles fuck. Which once more leads me to another very important life lesson. Sometimes in life, you're not going to win, and that's okay. Just remember to spread rumours that the winner once fucked a pig, and for extra points, clarify that the pig was not his wife. For the specialisations, I've gone with 3 right and 1 left, mainly opting for the aim-fire specialisations as the Ribeyrolles really doesn't play that well as a run and gunner.
Boner.
8. My penis has spoken.
Nope.
Number 5 on the list is the Turner SMLE. I'm sorry, the best I can do with this gun's name is, what does a blind person do when they're happy? They SMLE. Get it, because it's a smile without any eyes. Yes, I know the blind have eyes, right? I'm going to hell. A 10 capacity increasing to 11 with the detachable mag specialization or 20 with the extended mag specialization. Semi-automatic rifle that deals 40 points of damage up to 25 meters, falling to 35.71 at 30 meters, 33.34 at 50 meters, 27.78 at 75, 25 at 100 and 24.2 at 120 meters plus. Wow, so many exciting numbers. The last time I heard that many numbers was when I was getting sentenced for masturbating off the top of the Eiffel Tower. They were all like, wee, and I was all like, no, come. But I digress. The rate of fire, again, is about average for the semi-automatic gun group as a whole at 359 rounds per minute. The vertical recoil is once again average for the semi-automatics at 1.32 degrees, reducing to 1.056 degrees with the recoil buffer specialization. The horizontal recoil, like my ability to not mention big veiny dicks at interviews, is non-existent. However, you should never not mention big veiny dicks just in case your future employer is looking for someone with knowledge of big veiny dicks. Big veiny dicks. For the specializations, I've gone with 1 left and 3 right, mainly because this suits the way I use this gun and with more emphasis on the aimed fire side of things.
Bullet time.
7.5 is the score my penis and I wish to give the Turner SMLE. And last up is the Sturmgewehr 1-5, and if we do a quick bit of math here, you'll note that 1 minus 5 is -4, or what many a priest like to call consenting age. The Sturmgewehr is a 31 capacity assault rifle that deals 25 points of damage up to 10 meters, falling to 20 at 30, 16.67 at 50, 15 at 75 meters plus. The rate of fire is pretty good, though not the best, at 670 rounds per minute. But as I always tell my students at school, it's not about being the best, it's about who can suck the most dick. And then I ask who wants to get an A. I'm telling you, that teacher's outfit was a great investment. The vertical recoil is pretty feisty at 0.75 degrees, reducing to 0.6 degrees with the recoil buffer specialization. The horizontal recoil is equally feisty at 0.3 degrees of recoil to the left and 0.25 degrees to the right, reducing to 0.24 and 0.2 degrees respectively with the ported barrel specialization. Reload times are somewhere in between shit and fucking awesome at 2.3 seconds, increasing to 3.5 seconds when completely empty. I'd advise using those 3.5 seconds to pretend you're flying a plane using your cock as a joystick. Plane noises are optional. Let me know in the comments how you'd kill 3 seconds. Best comment gets nothing. Sorry. For the specializations, I've gone with 1 right, 2 lefts and a right. This suits my aggressive playstyle best with the focus on quick aiming and hip firing.
Bullet time.
8.5. After much debating and a fist fight with my dick, we've agreed on 8.5. And that's my opinion of the best assault guns in Battlefield 5. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this.